Welcome back. We've been speaking with best-selling author and caregiver Dave Nassaney. Dave cares for his beautiful wife, Charlene, who suffered a stroke. He helps caregivers across the country reclaim their sanity. And we were just talking about how long you two have been married.
Yes.
So how many
42 years? 42 wonderful years.
Congratulations.
Half of them was normal. The other half was after the stroke.
And that is just something that you never know what life is going to hand you.
You know, I'm glad they didn't tell me how long this process would be, because I don't think I would have handled it well. We're on a need-to-know basis.
Well, and we were just talking about in our last segment how you have to remember to take care of yourself before you can take care of your loved one. And how is she doing now?
She's doing amazing. I mean, she still can't talk after 21 years, which I can't even imagine, but she communicates non-verbally with gestures, charades, Pictionary, games that I hate, by the way, but I'm learning to love them. And she still can't walk, but we got her a power chair and a van with a lift, and so she has mobility. We go traveling literally all around the world. Wow.
Well, and you've traveled far to come here. So you're from Los Angeles.
Yes.
You live in the Castaic area. You also own a gas station.
I do.
So you have a job, you're an entrepreneur, plus you're taking care of your wife. How do you make that life balance work?
Well, I'm the boss, so I can make my own hours, and I have a very good crew. Thank you guys, because they allow me to have the freedom necessary. And the second book I wrote was about the gas stations, Getting Hosed: Secrets, Confessions, and Tales of a Gas Station Owner, because so many things happen there. I've been there 37 years.
Goodness. Well, you have longevity in both your work and in your marriage, but you're also very creative. So you have a podcast, you've written books. Let's talk a bit about the latest book that you wrote, which is about your experience as a caretaker. So what is it titled?
It's My Life Too: Reclaim Your Caregiver Sanity by Learning When to Say Yes and When to Say No.
And that is important, learning when to say no.
Yes.
It's okay to say no, right?
It is. You should stand in the mirror and just practice. No, 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 no. How many different ways can we say no?
That's right.
Well, that's one of my wife's words. She knows, and she can say no a million different ways.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes just a look scares you.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well, you women got that down.
But yeah, but it is true that it's not out of hate that you have to say the word. It sounds harsh, but it's so necessary.
Well, that's why I wrote the book. You know, it's perfect for caregivers who know they should change their ways and they're not putting themselves first, but they just don't know how. So I like to say that there's three kinds of people in the world, because the book is not only for caregivers. There's people who are caregivers, there's people who are going to be caregivers, and people who are going to need a caregiver. There's no escaping it. Caregiving is going to touch your life one way or another.
Absolutely.
So I want to bless your audience, so I put let me steal a line from The Godfather. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. So I've cut the price of the Kindle from $10 down to 99 cents.
Wow.
And that's a 90% reduction for those of you who are paying attention. You have
My
to
math is rusty, but I got that one.
You have to go to Amazon.com, type in my name, David Nassaney, or just the title, It's My Life Too. Okay. And we have a paperback as well, but it's the Kindle that's on sale.
Terrific. And you're also going to be signing your book.
Yes, there's more.
We're
going to be at Mount Pleasant Barnes & Noble. Saturday from 2 to 4. Come and say hello, give us a hug, let's trade stories. And even if you're not a caregiver, buy a caregiver a book. You'll be blessing them and you may be saving their lives.
Absolutely. You also have a podcast, and you said you can find it on iTunes. What is it called?
Dave, the Caregiver's Caregiver Radio Show.
Okay, and you can download that and you can listen to them while you're driving in the car, while you're doing your housework.
Almost 200 episodes so far, and everyone is on a subject. Just you'll find one that interests you.
What are some of the top tips that you give in that podcast and in your book?
Well, caregivers have to remember to put their needs first, because if they don't, you know, I usually like to put an oxygen mask on my host, but I'm not going to mess your hair up. And so, you know, the airline tells in the event of an emergency, put your mask on first.
Yes.
And so when you put your needs first, people can see and understand that they're going to be around later to take care of their loved one's needs and not be in the grave.
Right, and that is the most important. And don't forget who you are, too, and your own likes and your own hobbies.
Yeah, I do a lot of things. I sail and I sing at the senior center, because apparently I have a voice now. And I go to meetings, I go to mastermind groups. I do a lot of things outside of being a caregiver, because you can't isolate yourself.
Don't isolate yourself.
Don't isolate yourself.
Excellent tips. Thank you so much.
And ask for help. Remember to ask for help as well.
Yes, that is very important
When
too.
somebody comes up and says, hey, can I help? Say, yeah.
No one's a mind reader,
Give them
right?
the date and the time. You know, I need tomorrow at 3 o'clock someone to go to the store. Can you do it? No, how about the next day at 2 o'clock? You know, don't let them go.
Excellent advice. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you.
And we'll have all the information on our website, foxcharleston.com.